What's up? What's up, good people? Come on in the building. Come on in the room. I hope you are well today. I hope you are well. It's Friday, man. Huh? What my people who happy it's Friday? Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Happy it's Friday. Friday. About to get going. Come on in the building. Oh, man. Sahana says extremely happy. That deserves a sip. Extremely happy. Let's go. First five in today. Number one in today is Miss Shayna Hinton. Whoop, 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 whoop. Number two in today is Miss Valerie Benjamin. God bless you. She might be the top 5 GOAT. Number 3 in today is Miss Desiree Wright. Desiree Wright, good morning to you. Whoop, 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 whoop. Number, where we at? 4. Number 4, Miss Gwen Parsons. Whoop, 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 whoop. Cheer. Number 5. Number 5 in today is Miss Kim DW. What up with you? I appreciate you all's consistency. Man, some of the familiar names that keep showing up in that top 5. That means a lot. Your fellow momenters say y'all be parking out. Y'all be just sleeping in the parking lot. Y'all just be sleeping with the phone on. But I appreciate you. Where my Instagram fam at? Let's see. Where we at on IG? 2 twins. 2 twin bits. Is that it? First thing today. God bless you. Miss Joy Love. God bless you, Miss Joy. Good morning. Good morning to you. Lady of Distinction, what's going on with you? Sophia Probst. Good morning to you. Miss Shinway Hubbard, good morning to you. Yeah. It's good girl Ghana, good morning to you. Y'all in the building. I love it. Mr. Knox, good morning to you, sir. Whoop. Desiree over here too. Good morning to you, dear. Do my roll call and we ready to go. We doing a little better on time today. We ready to go. Des, thanks again and thank you for the tags. Good morning, Monifa. Good morning, Christina Turner. God bless you. Shayna Hinton. God bless you. Thank you for the tags. Nisha Hayward. Good morning to you. Mr. Rufus Hobson III. Good morning. Kevy. What's up? What's up, girl? Good morning to you. Mr. Ron Overton. Good morning to you, sir. Tanya Simpson. Good morning to you. Forever Free Friday. She didn't got it started. Y'all follow suit. Let's name this Friday. We got to take her. Forever Free Friday. I like it. Miss Crystal Lewis. What up, family? Love you guys. Shanika Harris. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Miss Linda McCree. Good morning to you. Miss Gloria Gray. Good morning to you. It's a new day. That's right. New day, new opportunity. New mercy. DeAndre Richardson, good morning to you. Thank you, sir. Miss Deb Holmes, glorious sunny morning from Orlando. Look at you, the traveler. Glad you got there safe. Enjoy. Teresa McCoy, good morning to you. Val, I'm in the building. Kay McIntyre, good morning to you. Shayna Belt, good morning to you. Woo woo, happy Friday to you, Kevin. Who else we got? Malachi, good morning to you. Christina Lewis, good morning to you. Tanya Neely, good morning to you. Brian Brown, good morning to you. Happy Forbearing Friday. All right. Okay. Reagan Dennis, good morning. Kimberly Fuller, hey, sister in love. Kim, thank you so much. Thank you so much for those kind words. Mr. Russell Ledbetter, good morning to you. Michaela, I think. Anderson, good morning to you. Ashley Bowman, morning. Latasha Long, good morning. Farrah Fryer, what's up, girl? Good morning. Kathy Gray, good morning to you. Lisa Taylor, that's my sister, y'all. Good morning to you. April Butler, good morning to you. You got your Celsius with you? I know you do. Good morning to you, Miss Janet Sanders. Good morning. Fresh word for the press Friday. All right. I received that. Lorraine Moulton, good morning to you. Let's go. Came back home this weekend. My cousin had senior night in basketball, so we'll be absent Sunday. Okay. Good luck to your cousin on his senior night. Good luck to your cousin on the Anthea. Good morning to you. I think we're good, guys. Let's go. Let's get it going. Father, we thank you for this time. We thank you for this day. We thank you for this space. Thank you for your grace. Give us the capacity today to embrace, to receive, to implement what it is that you have given us. In Jesus' name, amen. Let's go, family. Miss Nisha Ramos, good morning to you. The doctor. The Mad Baker, good morning to you. Did I miss anybody else? Anybody else? Adra Howell, good morning to you. You slid in on me. Good morning to you. Fresh Bread Friday. I like that, Miss Gray. Fresh Bread Friday. Miss Wileen, good morning to you. All right, that's what I see. Tamika Bryant, good morning to you. You slid in there on me. Tamika Robertson, good morning to you. I don't think I saw you. Lorraine Moulton, I think I got that. All right, let's go. Want to make sure we give our greetings. We family, y'all, so I take the time to do that. Some of y'all say, why aren't you going? You going to say every name? Yep. If I see it before I start, show is, because we momenters. And we one big happy family. Narissa Sanders, good morning to you. It's just nice to be nice. What can I say? I know it's an extra 10 minutes. Or so, sometimes longer. We chit chat, but I think it's worth it. But anyway, let's go. We're on day 8. And I am so excited already about the testimonies of this series. One word, but I've been saying it every day, but it's pregnant. One word, but it is expansive. One word, but it hits us from different angles at different types of ways. And it keeps us on our knees, people. Yeah, man. And so we've been learning. Hey, Diane Sanders, Whitley Bates, good morning to you. So we've been learning, man. We've been growing. I've been amazed at the testimonies already. First week testimonies of people who literally these teachings have shifted their life, shifted their focus, shifted their perspective, and it is rewarding to see. Tiffany Howell, good morning to you. It's rewarding to say Celeste, Celeste, good morning to you. So let's go. We're going to talk today, day 8. The day 8. 8 is a number of new beginnings. Somebody's going to get a new beginning outlook today. Proverbs 13 and 17. Proverbs 13 and 17. And I want to read this from 3 separate translations. I want to read this from 3 separate translations. I actually think I got that one wrong. The second translation, Chris, it should have been, I think that's the Good News. So you wouldn't have to change the actual, just before you put up, you wouldn't have to change the actual scriptures. But I think I got, oh no, I'm good. I'm good. The Good News is the third one. Okay. My fault. We good. I see it. I thought it was duplicated. So Proverbs 13 and 17. I want to read it from 3 separate translations. Miss Barbara, good morning to you. Quentin Tyler, good morning to you. Miss Fran Young, good morning to you. I want to read this from 3 separate translations, man. And this third translation, I brought in this Good News translation. Boy, that thing something. That thing rough. But I think we still need to hear it. We still need to hear it in that translation. I ain't say it is in the Bible. So let's go. Proverbs 13 and 17 says, irresponsible talk makes a real mess of things. Wow. Irresponsible talk makes a real mess of things, but a reliable reporter is a healing presence. And then, in other words, the one who's speaking, if the one who's speaking, the one who's teaching, the one who's in charge, who is vocalizing, if they're irresponsible, they can make a real mess of things. Good morning, DeQuandria. Good morning, Simone. But if they're reliable, they are a healing presence. Listen to this, verse 18. Refuse discipline and end up homeless. Woo. But embrace correction and live an honored life. Souls who follow their hearts thrive, but fools bent on evil despise matters of the soul. Become wise by walking with the wise, but hang out with fools and watch your life fall to pieces. Ooh, Lord. In the New Living Translation, it says, an unreliable messenger stumbles into trouble, but a reliable messenger brings healing. If you ignore criticism, you will end up in poverty and disgrace. But if you accept correction, you will be honored. It is pleasant to see dreams come true, but fools refuse to turn from evil to attain them. Ooh, Lord. We got a lot of people dreaming. We got a lot of people with aspirations, but nobody want to turn from what they need to turn to receive them. Walk with the wise and become wise, but associate with fools and get in trouble. Now let me sit here because I'm gonna need the Lord to help me when I read this message so I won't lose none of my viewers. Some of y'all sleep in. Some of them sleep anyway. My numbers, everybody sleep on this Friday. What they do, sleep in? Or maybe they didn't expect me to be going this early. I don't know. But they're going to wake up in a minute. I just believe it. Let's read that in the Good News translation. It says, "Unreliable messengers cause trouble, but those who can be trusted bring peace. Someone who will not learn will be poor and disgraced. Someone who will not learn will be poor and disgraced. Someone who refuses to learn will be poor and disgraced. Anyone who listens to correction is respected." You're not belittled. You're not low. You're not less than. You're not controlled because you've been corrected. And you got too many people with high aspirations but can't take correction. How good it is to get what you want. They said this word. My mama told me not to use this word, but it's in the scripture. Stupid people refuse to turn away from evil. Verse 20. Keep company with the wise and you will become wise. But if you make friends with stupid people, you will be ruined. Oh, Lord. Oh, man. I wish I could put you in the intercom at work. I would love to be on the intercom, too. I'd say it loud and proud, too. Y'all listening? I want to talk about today the necessity of credible people. The necessity of credible people. I want you to understand the great necessity of credible people. And if we're having this discussion about people this month, we cannot ignore or we cannot act like we have company or some of the company that we keep may be a detriment of our shift. Because some of us have been connected with people that you have history, but your history together doesn't always line up with your future together. And some of us are loyal to a fault. And we have not yet embraced that some people can still be loved, but they can't take up as much of as much as the commodity that is you that they have in the past. I'm trying to say this stuff right because I'm trying to choose my words wisely because I want you to hear me without being offended first. You got to be honest about your connection sometimes and just say, you know what? I've got to back off from this. Still love them. I know we came up together. I know we've been down for a minute. But what I'm trying to do and where I'm trying to go, and when I look at them and see where they want, what they want, and where they are in their headspace, I've got to make the hard choice to associate myself with different people. I know y'all been friends since the 5th grade. I know y'all met before COVID. But when you got shut in at COVID, it's changed some things. It got you to reconsider some things in your life. I know y'all was tight even last year, but the Lord shifted you and touched your heart. And now you're moving in a new direction. And you've got to now review your portfolio of your people investments. Because the reality is this, family. Hear me. Everybody wants to experience success in life. I know it. Everybody has their prayers, their dreams. Everybody have their aspirations. I think I said this one time before. I had the pleasure of eulogizing my college coach, and I seen some of my teammates, man. I probably ain't seen some of them 10 years, some of them 5 years, some of them 8 years, long time. We check on each other on Facebook or we text each other from time to time, make sure family's good, make sure everybody's doing okay. The love hasn't changed. When they have major events of their life, we all come. Like I've been to all their weddings. I've been down to, they had birthday parties and stuff. They invited me. We all come. We all gather. We hang out. We all love each other. But the reality is we are still going in separate directions. And so some of those guys that I ain't seen in 5 years used to be either my roommates, the people I hung out with a lot before I shifted my life, the people I drank with, the people I ran with. We had a lot of memories together, had a lot of fun together. But the reality is I can't, where I am and where they are, I cannot give them too much of my investment of something I can't ever get back, and that is my time. I'm trying to be delivered from spending time. People say that. We don't never spend no time together. Well, I know what you mean. But the word spend means when you give something away you can't get back. And time is one of those things that once it's gone, you can't get it back. So instead of spend it, because when I spend something, like, it's a different feeling when you say I spent all my money instead of you saying I invested the money I had left. I want to invest my time in these days. If I'm just spending time and I'm not seeing no return, like, it's too valuable for you to just be spending it. Some of y'all, I just heard this in the spirit. Some of y'all don't need to get control of your spending with your credit cards and your shopping. Some of you need to get control of your spending of your time. Ooh. How about that? It ain't just our credit card bills that's got us in debt. It's frivolous spending with our time that's got our life in debt. Ooh, that's good. Let me sip on that. You need a refund. I know. Time's something you can't ask for no refund. That's why you got to invest it. See, when I invest it, I'll get a return. It may come back in a year, it may come back in 5 years. But if you invest in relationships and friendships that are profitable, then you're not spending anything, you're investing everything. And your investments are going to render returns. And too many of y'all have been giving the good piece of you to people who can't give nothing back. And I know that may sound selfish or self-centered, but it's wisdom. Some people you just got to be cordial to, you got to check on, you got to love, you got to be there for. If they ever need you, they can call you. And come on, if you ever need them, you can call them. You may see them periodically, but you just can't afford to hang out with them day to day. You can't afford to go to them when you're in a crisis. You can't afford when you're broken to get advice from them because they are not where you are. Their advice is not going to be dipped in what you need it to be dipped in. Their wisdom may be good thoughts. They may be smart, but if they're not godly, it still can't push you in God directions. And it's time for us to really vet out the people factor in our people portfolio. Because a lot of y'all, you're going to get frustrated because your heart has gotten clean. You are excited about what God is doing. You are focused on moving forward, but you're still around people that are not credible in the direction that you are moving in. Brian says the only thing that holds old friendships Yeah, it's time spent. And there's still a way to honor time spent. But can I tell you something? Time spent, it will not render you anything in future endeavors. Your future don't owe your past nothing. Y'all listen. Is this mic on? And DeQuandra, here it is. And I hear what you're saying, and you're right. Let them go. But you don't even need, like, some people take that and they just run with it so far the wrong way. And we're going to teach you that before this month is over, how to properly place people. I'm not even saying, because some people you have history with, you have a heart for, you love. And sometimes it's not even letting them completely go. It's just reorganizing them in your life, putting them in different compartments. And you're going to hear me say this again. I say this a lot because this room is really full of diverse things, but I liken our lives to a great gourmet kitchen. I keep saying that, but it's so true because there's so many utensils that have so many different purposes that all of them has its place when it's needed, but not all of them are used every day. Not even every month. There's some things in your kitchen you only pull out twice a year. There's specialty woks and pots and gadgets, or either, waffle makers that are in your cabinet that when it's time to have a waffle, you might pull it out. But you've been on the diet. You might not have had a waffle in 4 months. But that don't mean you're going to start throwing that stuff away. No, it's necessary. You just put it in the compartment. It can't be on the counter. It's not in one of your drawers that you will go in every day because it's going to take up too much room. You can't be in one of those cabinets where all your cups are because you're going to, you reach for them every day, so you don't need nothing in that way. There are utensils that you use every day that's a part of your everyday life, and then there's things that are still a part of a great kitchen that may not be used but 4 or 5 times a year. They hadn't lost its value. It's just been positioned properly. And you've got to move people that are used to be everyday people to every now and then. Check on you. Make sure you're good. Let you know I still love you. What can I pray for you about? Right? You need something? But then keep it moving. Right? Everybody wants to be happy. Everybody wants to grow. I know it. I ain't even got to do a survey on that. Everybody wants to soar to new heights, to higher heights. Everybody wants to accomplish their dreams, their goals, want to fulfill their purpose. And I believe, hear me, if you can allow the coach in me to speak right now, I believe the success that we see is only a result of the foundation we allow. Now I hope you got that. This is worth repeating. The success that you see or will see is only the result of the foundation you allow. So as you start to reposition your life, you've got to build your life on a different foundation. There's a song I love. Christ is my firm foundation, a rock on which I stand when everything around me is shaking. I've never been so glad that I put my faith in Jesus. He's never let me down, faithful through every season. So why would he fail now? He won't. My foundation has shifted. I used to have a foundation on other things. I used to have a foundation on the weekends, on turning up, on clapping back, on reading people that deserved it, that matching people's energy. But when I shifted, my foundation has to shift. So if I don't allow different new things to come into my foundation to replace what used to be the thing I stand on, then I can only stand for so long, because I'm trying to go after new things, but I'm standing on an old foundation. And whatever you are founded on, that's what you're going to build upon. Good morning, Alan. So if you ever going to start something fresh, God has to tear out the foundation first and rebuild you from the foundation up. So whatever I allow to reestablish me, it's going to determine how far I go in this new found mentality. It's only a result of the foundation you allow, because people can try to teach you stuff and people can try to suggest things to you, and you can get sound teaching and sound advice. But if you don't allow that to be a part of your intellect, a part of your heart posture, a part of who you are, then you haven't entered. That's why our heart, they speak to our eye gate and our heart gate. They speak to it as a gate. Why? Because a gate flies open and shut. You got to control what you allow in your eye gate. What does that mean? That means that it's not a permanent door, and we can control sometimes when it's open and shut. It's swinging depending on what we want to allow in or out. Man, I can get stuck there, but I got to move. Let me say it one more time, though. I believe the success that we see is only a result of the foundation we allow. The things we are willing to listen to. That's what I'm talking about. The people we are willing to follow. The people we are willing to listen to. The people we are willing to learn from. Right? What else goes into your foundation? Your foundation is these things. The things we're willing to listen to. The people we're willing to listen to. The people we're willing to learn from and follow, and the adjustments we are willing to make. But here's the last piece that goes into a foundation that we sometimes ignore: the company we choose to keep. And let me be very clear. I'm not talking about the company we need to keep just from the perspective of getting away from bad people or getting away from bad influences. See, every time we're talking about you need to watch your environment, you need to check where you are. We always thinking about the people that might pull us back to sin, or the people that might get us to do something we trying to get away from, the people that might get us to drink again, the people that, you know what I'm saying, gonna smoke around us. No, we trying to quit smoking. We think of the negative connotation when we're talking about our surroundings, but your surroundings is not. You can get away from all those people and still not grow because you're in the wrong surroundings. Because when I get around the wrong surroundings, we got to look at our collection or our company that we keep in being strategic, in being around the right successful people that's going to push me to another level, right? Company you keep is not just about bad company. Company you keep is sometimes about successful company that's going to pull you. And I'm going to say a statement that might make somebody mad, but if your whole crew, if you within 2,000, you may not know how much they make, but if you around $2,000 of the people that you hang out with, and if you are the most accomplished in your room or right on level with the most accomplished of the people you surrounding yourself with, that circle is not challenging you. If you're going to learn how to live in another level of airspace, you got to start hanging out with people who've learned to survive in the airspace you're trying to get to. And everybody you connected to, you can't be the voice of reason all the time. Sometimes somebody's got to be able to check you because they're thinking different than you. Are y'all listening to me? Listen to this statement. You can only go No, let me say this before I say that. Okay, get y'all coffee. I got mine. If you're a tea drinker, get it. If you're a coffee drinker, get it. If you got water, get that. Get something in your hand. Like I'm about to do a toast or something. Get something in your hand. If you got your green juice in the morning, get something in your hand. I want y'all to hear something that I hope you'll never forget. You don't get out of life what you want. You get in life what you are. Mm-hmm. I know. Some of you think you should get it just because you want it. Yep, I know. Tay, thank you. You don't get out of life what you want. You get in life what you are. And if you don't work on who you are, you'll never get to the things you want. I keep saying all the time, we praying for God to give us something when God wants to make you something. I know. And who you are is a direct result of who you surround yourself with. People always want to distinguish themselves from their crowd. I have this talk with my middle son all the time. Even all of them, Justin too. But Braylon, I don't know if he listened to me or not right now. They might be listening to me getting dressed, but you when you're part of the family, you always can be material at any given point. But one thing, and he's in his formidable years. He's a 15-year-old. He's in his formidable years, and I'm trying to let him know. Listen, man, your company is a direct reflection of your intelligence. Your friends that you choose, right? It shows everybody else how you feel about yourself, what you think of yourself. And a lot of times people can enjoy people's company but try to separate who they are from who their friends are. Association brings assimilation. And whether you believe it in your or not, people will start to group you with who they see you with. And you'll start, because remember I told y'all probably day one or day two, that influence is natural. It is subconscious. You don't have to work to be influenced. The work is to fight from not being influenced from wrong influences. But if you're around the right environments and the right people, you're going to naturally become influenced by who you're around. You're going to talk better because everybody around you don't cuss. So you're going to feel like the oddball when you're the only one cussing. See, but when you get around a room of cussers, there's nobody in the room to make you feel checked about who you are. If you're in a room and everybody got a complaint and got a pity party about where they are, you're not going to be pushed to change the way you think about your life. Because everybody you talk to, everybody you hang out with, everybody you work out with, when y'all get together, when y'all go eat, when y'all go talk, when y'all go smoke, when y'all go drink, when y'all go club, all y'all talking about what's going on, all y'all talking about what y'all man ain't doing, everybody talking about what they boo ain't doing, everybody talking about all this other stuff. And so you're never challenged in your circles to come out. It's only when you get in circles when everybody talking different, then you got to wait a minute. Why am I the only one talking like this? Why am I the only one talking negative? Everybody talking about their money. I'm talking about being broke. Everybody talking about their investments. I'm talking about still trying to have some money for savings account. Oh, Lord. Your environment will check you naturally. Watch this. Or if you don't check your environment will hide you naturally. You want to know why you hadn't grown? Because your environment has hid your flaws in the confines of theirs. Ooh. PBT, you talking good this morning. Lord have mercy. Are y'all here? Y'all here? Everything you are starts with what you believe. Let me tell you something. Part of that foundation, everything you are starts with what you believe. And I've been teaching this, and I've actually taught a leadership series on this, and I'm not going to deal with these 4 components. I'm just going to deal with one of them today because we're in a series of people, and the rest of them don't apply. But if you book me for your coaching or your next event, and I'll come talk to leaders, I'll come talk to people, I'll deal with all 4 of these, because if you're going to change your belief system, everything you do now is based on your belief system. Whatever's happened, whoever's taught you, whatever you've come up in, whatever you have experienced in life, it's got you to the place where you believe what you believe right now. And if your belief system is going to change, these 4 things have to be in place. Our belief system is made up of 4 things. Some of you have maybe heard me say this before. Our environment, our life experiences, our repetitive information. In other words, what you hear repetitively the most. And the last one, in which we're going to talk about today, credible people. If your belief system is going to change, your environment has to change. If your belief system is going to change, your life experiences will start to shape what you now believe, because your life experiences will start to change based on the change of your environment, based on the shifting of the repetitive information. That's why you can't afford to come to church just on Sunday and you miss Bible study. You don't come up for morning momentum but once a quarter. Come on. And you listen to 102 jams all week. Even though you get a good word on Sunday, the repetitive information that you hear during the week is going to choke out the word you got on Sunday. Lord, let me see it. Right? You can only go as far as the quality of people you are connected to. Let me say that again. You can only go as far as the quality of people you are connected to. Some of us like quality purses. Some of y'all like red bottoms. Y'all like quality bags, the Coaches and the Louis and the Gucci. You got quality belts, and come on, somebody. You got quality jewelry, and this is exclusive. This outfit is Fendi. You know, we got all this stuff that we do. But when was the last time we checked our community like we check our wardrobe to see if who we're around is quality, is lasting quality? Lord, have mercy. Lord Jesus. Yeah, I know your wardrobe in your closet is right, but what does the wardrobe of your community look like? Is everybody in your circle complaining? Is everybody in your circle struggling? Are you the only one that has been spiritually renewed? Are you the only one trying to live for Christ and everybody else in your circle turning up? You got a problem. Because half of the people who love you, they love the old you, and they waiting for you to return back to who you were. And they're going to put pressure on you every time they see you. I want the old you back. Well, we just can't do what we used to do. And it ain't their fault. Sin is sin. I don't get bent out of shape. That's why I believe our house is a comfortable house, because I don't get bent out of shape when people come in and they acting like they're supposed to act. They hadn't been transformed like they're supposed to be transformed. And once they get you transformed, your behavior is going to change on its own. But I'm not going to get all bent out of shape because you're doing what your nature tells you to do. Until the Lord shifts your heart. Come on. That's what we do when we don't have Christ. You can only go with the quality. I didn't say quantity, because everybody don't want to be alone. I ain't talking about having a lot of friends. I'm talking about the quality of people you are connected to. And this is required in every area of your life. Every area of your life requires credible people. Yep. Your spiritual walk, your professional walk, your social walk, your personal life, your corporate life. your healthy life, your health. I'm trying to think of other areas. Every area of your life requires credible people. What is the quality of the person or the people that are in the diverse areas of who you are or what you touch? The word credible means this. Credibility is a characteristic of a person who is perceived by others to be a trusted advisor, believable, and confident by exhibiting a high level of expertise in a certain subject. The root word credibility is credo, which means I believe in Latin. So put simply, credibility is the feeling of trust and respect that you inspire in others. In other words, when they hear you talk, when they see you do what you do, come on, you inspire a level of trust and respect in others by your demonstration. And the thing that got me motivated to teach this lesson is that you've got too many people trying to make major moves, leaning on the wrong advice. Your girlfriend or your homeboy can't give you spiritual advice when y'all both trying to change at the same time. Your best friend can't give you money advice when they don't even have a checking account. They hide their money under the bed and they trying to teach you how to save money. Your girlfriend can't tell you to leave your man when they don't have one. Who are we getting our advice from? They can't tell you to quit your business and just go back to work when they never had the courage to leave work and start a business. How you going to teach me what you ain't had the courage to do? And it's amazing how many friends get together to encourage each other with no qualifications. How you going to listen to somebody who's trying to tell you how to move when you see they disrespectful? When you see, come on somebody, that they're not honorable, they are not in position, they are not submitted to nobody, but they have become your credible person. They become the person that you confide in. How is your confidant not faithful? How is your accountability partner not accountable in their own life? Lord, are y'all listening to the words that are coming out of my mouth? It's amazing. You got people say, I went and had a good conversation with such and such. Yeah, and they got my head on right. Well, hold on, but such and such ain't really saved. And good life advice don't mean it's God advice. Because there's a whole nother set of principles that are being built on a whole nother foundation. And it may work for businessmen, or it may work for marriages and people that are in the world. But come on, I am talking to somebody. Listen, I am under the assumption, if you're watching Morning Momentum, not only are you wanting better out of life, but you're trying to grow more spiritually. So if that assumption is not you, then you probably won't receive what I'm saying today. Because if your assumption or if your desire is to grow spiritually, then you've got to get credibility. You've got to get advice, and you've got to get knowledge and wisdom, not just from intelligent people, but from spiritual people. How you going to somebody to get advice about your life and they got a blunt in their hand, sipping on some cognac? Why they talking to you, but you supposed to be chasing God? Oh, I'm coming this morning. I'm out here now. I'm coming this morning. Who have you allowed to be credible? And why have you given them that distinction in your life? It's amazing how I'm the spiritual leader of the people that God has called to me, but I'm the last sometimes to hear about things that's going on in people's life. Come on. A lot of times as a coach, as a mentor, as an advisor, I don't get an opportunity to shape situations so they'll work. I'm always brought in to repair broken pieces that has been destroyed. And everybody trusts me when things are in ruin to get them back going, but nobody trusts me from the beginning to make sure you don't even fall into that pit hole. Oh, y'all listening to me. And I'm not just saying me. I'm saying whoever you deem to be, whatever your advisor is in a certain area, you need to be the kind of person, whether it's financial, whether it's about business, whether it's about relationships, you got to be the kind of person that value credible people from the beginning and through the process, not just when the ship sinks. You've let people give you advice to drive you in the ground, and then you try to seek out credible people to get you out of the hole. Where they do that at? Credible people are the framework in which new possibilities and opportunities are built upon. Okay? I need to go. I'm about there. I'm about out of time. They challenge. Listen, this is why credible people are so important. They challenge your thinking and introduce you to a perspective that you never imagined to consider. Not because they're so much better, because they've walked through it and they've been there and they understand the thing that's making you nervous and driving you crazy. You'll know you'll find the right person when you go to somebody about to lose it and you tell them what seems like it's the biggest catastrophe in the world, but they can still be calm. It's okay. It's all right. Here's what you do. I know how that feels. Yep, I've been there before. Let me tell you this. So if you go to somebody and if their response is, oh my God, girl, I can't believe that. Oh man, what we gonna do? Then you need to go find somebody else because they just as nervous as you. And what they gonna give you is coming from a nervous posture. And chances are they're gonna make what's bad in your life worse. Let me see. Y'all talk about the stuff. I'm talking about my situation now. I got people who talk to each other and encourage each other and talking around each other, talking about everything that's really critical in their life to everybody in the church. But pastor don't know nothing. But I'm the one that has been anointed and graced to watch out for your spiritual soul and your spiritual nourishment and to make sure you stay positioned properly. And it's the same way with you. You got a banker, you got an advisor, you got an accountant. What you talking about money to everybody else but the one who can really help you. Let me move on. I'm going to give you these characteristics and we're going to get out of here. So I want you to know, we're talking about the necessity for credible people. What are the characteristics of a credible person? Again, my first one is going to be from the assumption that everybody who's listening to me, you may not be where you want to be with God, but I have the assumption that you get on this knowing who I am and knowing the foundation in which I teach upon, that you're looking for some type of spiritual growth. If that's not you, this first one may not apply to you. But here's what I put down as an important characteristic, and probably the most important characteristic of a credible person from a spiritual perspective. Number one, they got to be spiritual. I don't care how much you know. I don't care how much you've been in the industry. It's okay to take principles and pull things from people that are good processes, but I'm talking about choosing a mentor. I'm talking about choosing a voice. I'm talking about asking somebody to coach you in a situation or an industry. I'm talking about you and your boyfriend, girlfriend, or your significant other looking to a relationship to help you guys grow. And the people you go to for counsel. I don't care how intelligent they are. If they are not based and founded on the spiritual principles of God, they cannot be credible to you. Man, that's going to sound so harsh, but everything people give you that are not spiritual and they don't have a connectedness to God, right? I've said all the time, just because something is good don't mean it's God. And sometimes good advice can lead you out of the will of God. Galatians 6:1 says, my friends, if someone is caught into any kind of wrongdoing, those who are spiritual should set him right. Or one translation says, or restore. But you must, because this is why, because you must do it in a gentle way. There's a certain seasonedness that goes with it. And people that are not spiritual cannot be sensitive and don't have discernment to know that. He says, but you must do it in a gentle way and keep an eye on yourselves so that you won't be tempted too. In other words, I'm trying to help you, but listening to you, I want what you just went through. And here I am trying to help you, and I didn't fail for the thing that got you in trouble. With the spirit of meekness, Jamal. Galatians 6:1, that part of that in the New Living Translation says, you who are godly. So the word those who are spiritual are those who are godly. Some people, even that proclaim to be godly, don't act godly. Those who are godly should gently and humbly help that person back onto the right path. Let me tell you something. Good advice is not enough for a believer. You don't need just good advice. You need godly advice. You need advice for somebody who can see you, not only where you are, but where you need to be and where you're going. They have discernment about what God is doing in your life. They have some insight about what's been spoken over your life. They've got some insight about what you're trying to become and what you're trying to do. And they can look at that and weigh a good opportunity and tell you whether it's God or not, or help you in determining whether it's God or not. But that person who ain't spiritual, the first thing that's going to pay you more money, that's going to give you more stuff, that's going to promote you. Oh, girl, what we talking about that for? Let's go. Turn up. Let me move on. Number one, they got to be spiritual. Number two, characteristics of a credible person in your life has got to be knowledgeable. Credible people have in-depth knowledge and almost become subject matter experts of their field. You can't be around somebody and both of y'all guessing. Are they knowledgeable? Proverbs 15:14 says the mind of the intelligent and discerning seeks. So if I'm discerning what God has for me and what I need, and I'm discerning, if I'm intelligent, I'm an intelligent person, I'm discerning my purpose and what God is doing in my life, I'm going to seek knowledge. The Bible says the mind of the intelligent and discerning seeks knowledge and eagerly inquires after it. I want you to challenge me. But the mouth of the stubborn fool feeds only on foolishness. See, for some people who doesn't have an appetite for more, they can eat a steady diet of foolishness and be all right. Y'all get together, y'all talking about, well, girl, what's the tea? Bro, tell me the low. What's going down? And y'all can talk about gossip for 2 hours. Ooh, I enjoyed my time tonight. Ain't nobody encouraged. Ain't nobody grew. Ain't nobody challenged. Nobody's baby leap. And you done spent your whole Saturday evening on foolishness. And some people get satisfied with that. That's the only meal they want. Foolish people can take a steady diet of foolishness. It's in the scriptures. I didn't say it. Proverbs 15:14 in the Good News Translation says, intelligent people want to learn. He love the Good News Bible love that word stupid. It's everywhere. But stupid people are satisfied with ignorance. That might be my Bible. I might have to take over that. That might take the Message Bible place. That might be the New Hood Bible. Good News Translation. We are destroyed, folks, by the lack of knowledge. And you got to be careful. If all of y'all in the crew is wanting something bad, but nobody in the crew knows anything about it, and we don't know the credible people to go to submit to, okay, let's move on. Number 1, spiritual. Number 2, knowledgeable. Number 3, they got to have wisdom. And wisdom is different from knowledge. Knowledge is the information. Wisdom is how to apply it. Wisdom is being able to say the right thing at the right time. Knowledge is having the information to say. And a lot of people get in trouble because they got too much knowledge and not enough wisdom. And everything God show you, you got to say it. And you got to say it at that time. And you don't care how you disrespectful you are. You don't care that you were being out of order trying to bring a house in order. Because you got information, but you lacked wisdom. And you got to watch somebody who always gives you information, but you don't never see wisdom on display. They don't take into account where they are, who they're around, what they say, how they say it, when they say it. Right? Next one we moving. They got to have integrity. Characteristic of an incredible person is an integral person. See, it's not enough to do. This is what integrity is. This is what separates integrity. Because a knowledgeable person can do the right things, but an integral person does the right things for the right reasons. See, some people can know what to do, but their motives are wrong. But integrity now doesn't just speak to doing what's right, but you do what's right for the right reason. Okay? Got 2 more, and I'm going to let y'all go. These go hand in hand. You need credible people. What are those characteristics? Number 5, a credible person models it. Whatever it is they're telling you to do, they're modeling it in their own life. Be careful of people who are giving you advice. Be careful of people. I'm just gonna say this, and I know I always use relationship examples and friendships, and I don't want to be biased, but I just think a lot of people are there. You got a lot of friends. Girl, if I was you, I would leave. But then you see them taking stuff that they shouldn't take. They can't teach me to be bold, but they're not modeling boldness. Girl, I wouldn't have done that if I were you. But you see them keep doing it in their own situation. Do you see with them what they are teaching you? Is their life a picture of your lesson that you're getting from them? Because if they're not modeling it, then they're not at a place where they're credible enough to teach it. And the last one, it stems from the modeling effect, but it is a little different. Is there must be fruit. What does their fruit look like? Because a tree can't be different from the fruit it produces. Matthew 7:17 says, a good tree produces good fruit, and a bad tree produces bad fruit. A good tree can't produce bad fruit, and a bad tree can't produce good fruit. So every tree that does not produce good fruit is chopped down and thrown into the fire. Verse 20, yes, just as you can identify a tree by its fruit, so you can identify people by their actions. And this is what our culture has called judging. Sometimes I'm not judging you, I'm describing what I see. And the fruit is the harvest from the type of person who's trying to pull you to another dimension. Do you see the fruit of their life? Right? From the outside, you're saying, oh man, that relationship look good. But then you just got to look at the fruit. Is the wife is always smiling? Does the husband look mad? Is the kids happy? Is there a good picture there? Do you see some levels of success? Everybody has struggles and things that they deal with. But generally, do you see a prosperous action? If it's in a business arena, do they have a track record of fruitfulness? You got to be careful who you allow pull you down the line, that they have not had a track record of fruitfulness. As a pastor, it's amazing how many pastors try to give me advice from a posture of unsuccessful ministry. And I'm not talking down to ministry, but I'm just saying, if what you're doing now is not where I'm trying to go, and you've never experienced what I'm facing, how you gonna tell me what's right or wrong? I need somebody who's been where I am and has seen what I am seeing to give me sound advice on how to maneuver. That's your word for the day. Hope you got something. That's your challenge. Who are the credible people in your life? In the areas that you say you want to shift in. I want you to open your eyes again to those people to say, do they have the credentials? How is my circles? How is the talk in the majority of the conversations with the people I spend the most time with? What do we invest time talking about? Or do we spend time on foolishness? Do I come away with connections feeling rejuvenated, uplifted, encouraged? Or do I come away with from situations feeling drained, discouraged, beaten down, because there is a necessity for credible people in your life. Get you some. Get you some. That's it. The fact that you're watching me, the fact that you're looking at me is a sign. The fact that you're listening to me, rather, it's a sign that God gave you another day to get done what he has assigned you to do. He gave you no mercy to do it. So take what he gave you and win what's in front of you. Winners win. That's who you are. So go be who you are. Go do what you do. Go win your day. We'll see you in the morning. I'll see you Monday morning. Peace.